definitely is the father of Zim hip hop. I think he's also said he's the father of Zim music as well. Came up with the whole album. One of selector pressure ndo ichaita the top song. One night no you unga release album Winky. So this one is the Shona version, and then there's another one which would be the English version. So depending on consistency, it can be maybe Shona 1 week, English the other week, or maybe twice, 2 in 1 week with Shona ne English, then the next week Shona ne English, something like that.
Yeah, it's no good Shona English. Then sometimes Tombo to my white people, to my white
by University of Worcester. Yeah. So we agreed. Maybe what's your take on the music industry like this year? Yes, like Zimbabwean music industry for this year.
This year, Baba, was one this year. I think it was dominated by probably one person. So the whole industry, the industry holiday.
Yeah, I think this year that's when he made the bold statement, which I am the father of Zim hip hop, and I think definitely is the father of Zim hip hop. I think he's also said he's the father of Zim music as well.
Yeah,
I think Wally Ndochi Baba, because I think Pareta the beef now Winky. He came up with pressure. And he came up with the whole album. One of selector pressure tindo ichaita the top song. One night no you unga release album Winky release album, but pressure was actually the bigger song. Actually became I think this year pressure ndo album song of the year.
This best song of the year.
Japresa paga release album. Holy ten agabata Iowa. I'm going to come with my own counter agabaunza the album Bundu Boys. Which I think personally is the album of the year.
But do you personally think they are going to vote for Pressure as the best song?
No, I feel like Wanoto Ikangano. I feel like Apana we remember. Because I saw Pazim celebs they posted, they were like, which songs should be song of the year? Wanga wane Delilah by Holy 10, Wanga wane Ucharamba Pisa by Holy 10, Wanga wane My Jew. Which My Jew is actually a great record. I think it's underrated, but not really underrated because I in a video, but he had over a million views. Yeah.
It's pity with JP Agaramba consider from awards.
Agaramba.
JP Agaramba last.
No, but even the awards Achazoiti JP only is. What's that song? Chiremere.
I think
which was a big record, and I would feel it's top 3 as well. My big record of the year.
Kilatia
I think my lukewarm records. I don't think I feel like Kilati I don't maintain a level. He's a top artist and he keeps just going with it. Like and Fungi is taking it to the next. I think Arungo maintainer is already top and he's just maintainer. Now Winky, you can't really go as big as where Winky is. In terms of unless can push at international level, you can't really go big. You can't really.
I was disappointed in I got disappointed in such a free man because the album like I one song which content the song of the year.
Oh yeah, song of the year.
Song like I can go pisa 1 week, 2 weeks, man to man. But this out
but I feel like men to men Zimbabwe just because we are in the UK. But I was seeing I think by my news what it men to men iru pisa ma streets. But I don't think in the same level. Sena wabakoma no drip pa drop. It was like flying all over. But yeah.
Ndunge it.
Ndunge.
I'm saying Ndunge.
No, but Ndunge, I was surprised that that song na Wally 10. Like that record, yeah. Wakadaro, baby, like I was like, hey, holiday na Ndunge.
I think it shows two things. Kuti Ndunge cover ground. Then it shows that Holiday is always trying to be the father of a lot of genres because Arutsoka achitora munhu wese
because he had like Pop 10 per collab, he had Ndunge Youth, but the other collab angana Tami Moyo arikuita versatile ari kwese.
And I think Holiday upper pressure kunona akawanda. I think the music industry improve this year. If you want some quality my videos, quality my beats are good. I think it's all because when I want to Holiday now kutora Kuchando under pressure with the Kasada, so I didn't show you to know it.
Yeah. I mean, but I feel like Holiday knows the Taurus are too much. No, but because I've met one not no music Holiday is okay, but because I'm not Taurus, I'm not gonna listen to him. I'm just gonna like my brother. I don't Holiday and don't farry because I took a Winky Holiday and don't farry. So I feel like people, even when you look at football, Ronaldo, Muna not Taurus are too much. No one likes him. No one likes him. Everyone will always be like, no. Ibrahimovic, Ronaldo, they all talk too much and no one likes them.
But don't you think with it's in a positive way? Sometimes you know kusaba maybe because wakatasa even bora kwacho anazilata kuti ma transfers akaitwa akawandisa. Is one of people akawana mari wanda through ma transfer. Niye mromo chete. I think Holiday pani pana Holiday ari pamawanga, but because ataura certain statement we all rush kuenda ku YouTube kwake kana page kwake kuti zorichiri kuitika. Then pani pamwe obamura Holiday nika right prep wane muromo wake maitongo mirror saka zvataurisa dai akaflopa. Maino tarisa pa YouTube kuti mufunga dacha flop asi ma views ari kutopisa mkomana. Ani show mzwa 31 ka big man.
Wani show mzwa 31.
Pa HICC ya.
Announce this. In line up inani.
I think ani
is so ask it as intolerance chichi. Shout out Winky D. Hans Winky D live HICC Sunday 1st December. I'm sure Winky D akasa announce that ane show pa HICC ninge chinzwa mdumbu kuti hey guys tita mari
na Winky D ma hotel marumu saka
are fully booked because of Winky.
12 months.
Oh man, tita mari ra man. You Winky asatati didza. Ya to October man Winky. I'm sure even though anoto no approach Winky kuti Winky apaneka discount ka 70% off chichi. Chimbo yao rowe show.
Chimbo yao takamirira kublawayo. Gambo yo kublawayo mana. I think manje vile to agree to Winky.
But Winky anomboenda because I remember first time I saw Winky live per stage was in Blawayo. So I think he had a show Blawayo and I think I'm not sure kana pampana. I think pamana Casper. I think it was Casper in your first show and then I think Winky D was there. I'm not too sure. Yeah, don't go trip up. I think Winky is like the local goat. Like the local goat. I think can all include the Japresa. Wa kunyanyo mu include because of his international status as well. But when you're talking of local goat, I think Winky has been doing it since like 2001 or so. He's been at the top. He's been at the top since like way back. Yeah. So our audio cut, so we had to redo the thing. My camera ran out of battery, but now I'm recording on my phone. Those are not just my gadgets wanda
15 Pro.
Saka dada doctor kuti baba Harare vari kupisa
man.
Vari kupisa baba Harare. Yo wakambona munhu anokupa hit yekuti prove them wrong ka ne song yake na Jema. Song yake na Jema is a brilliant song. These two are totally different songs. Over kuisire anoda baba Harare GT. So in one album he's making you dance to like a variety of songs. Ane sungura futi baba.
before waenda kure pana sister wanelo ndwandutsvaga pana sister pana sister
pane waidonedza musika pana bumbeto pana idonedza musika
I think yakadzosa futi kugona kwechikomana
votes at the dope record. Hauna mabhebhesa anogona kuimba word for word. Word for word.
Amene kuti iwo noti china votes. Inofunga kuti votes akaramba chi feature ndo paanochisorova akapiwa verse ndo paanochisorova.
I feel like votes took a step back paakaregedza ita music yakamuitisa famous that trap. Because I like my lines aiita pamusic here, like ukadota sawana chiround kuti ndakachila nemabirida majiza nipedza loaf, you know, such lines pa music yake. Now akuda kunyanyoita too hip hop too softish, haisisiri up tempo.
I think munhu akutagetaura nemari
aimbira mageto youth akuda masponsorship because Holy 10 ukadauta sa music yake haisi one lane. It's like you never Holy 10 akada release a single, never be sure kuti what is he releasing. Anogona kuti release uyo, because when I released Delilah I was like it's a little bit, but actually the moment you listen to it, it grows and then it becomes like, hey, but chinamba ichakaipa kanje. It's a classic.
I think ipakamuzwa Delilah ndakatomboita 5 days
insanda mbonyanga iterera
ngumana karasika chichi. Then
because I remember the same thing once happened paaka release a song yake na Anita Jackson pa album, pa first album rake. Anzi andina appetite naizvozvo. Appetite vanhu vakati chiwe, but izvezvi after appetite everyone now knows kuti Holy anogona kungoenda, you know, any route he wants. So panobuda Delilah, if it wasn't because akaburitsa appetite before, no one is really in tune nekuti okay Holy 10 anogonaenda so. And I feel like now even when as a Bundu Boys, he's more relaxed into whatever sound he wants to make. Boxing, no, you know, I'm just the trap guy. And I feel like Votes is trying to do that as well. But then I feel like Holy 10 ameno takatanga kugona kuimba rini, but panoimba so unozvifila kuti unozvifila vocals
Holy 10 na Jump Praiser. At first advantage yavo vane natural voice
my natural voice and
saka zvinovaseva. But atingataure music baba, hatitaure music yese this year 2023 tichiya munhu wani silent killer. Munoti china ngwere. Munoti china ngwere.
Comment down below kuti ngwere kana uchifunga kuti ngwere ndiye number 1.
I think ngwere isusu katofana kuti ngwere this year mavhonzi ngavharo tongopa ngwere
tongotaura but this year it's ngwere na Holy naye Holy anenge Holy naye anenge achimira. But I feel like ngwere vanhu vakatanga wane that you know, like curiosity, arudichi until the music, because the moment you listen to something woinzwa nomwe munhu achitaura, woinzwa my lines it's gonna get to you. You're also gonna download it akonde ipi.
I think as I don't give a damn, I don't give a river. I think
my lines are ekupi kwa.
I think pakashara nyaya the music industry, like the whole industry at large, I think it has saved war is on TikTok.
I feel like Ngwere blew up food by TikTok is also my trends and all. I feel like TikTok actually helped Amapiano more than any other genre in history. Because in Zimbabwe, we are not listening to Amapiano if it's not for TikTok at all. I remember Harare, when I used to go on Ndichibagana Blawai, because Blawai there's a culture, it's just South African music. Most of it. Even Zim dance break it through Blawai, yakatura time. Pandai vak Blawai Ndichiamo Harare, I'll be like, don't these people know kuti pane house music? Don't they know Dom? Don't they know like I was shocked. I was like, I don't know what's going on. But TikTok after that, I feel like the last, was it 2022 or 2021? I think 2021 dope yakanya blossom like flourishing, because every DJ was playing the same songs. inonzichiya izolo na ya maporisa chichichi every single DJ chero kwa in one night ukaenda ku 10 clubs guaranteed every single DJ anoplaya izolo saka pane ma common songs angari zvafana ma songs esa anoita famous pa TikTok amapiano ndo akuridzwa muHarare. You don't find new music ichiridzwa muHarare. They don't really know. They only know zviri pa TikTok.
I think my DJ akutira TikTok
akutoenda TikTok
then chimwe chandofarira ndechekuti kune my legends of music akafa music ave siri popular because of nigirigini pakusina social media
but
right now unonzona chichira na mashawu mumwe pa TikTok vachizosana zvakata pa TikTok so kunonakidza kakaimbo nani akutoitsvaga mu playlist mako saka it's one of
I feel like also song imwe ya Talky Vibes iri kunetsa zviri pa TikTok anzi uwe upenyu mujena I think I released because I was like Choka release her number izvezvi then I'm checking but when I'm like 6 years ago I'm like song new one but yadzoka pa live
but kune vamwe vari kupinda busy I ndakaona mama song Freeman kuti ari kutotrenda more than my new songs sorry to Freeman but akudara ari kutrenda more than my new one even anasekazi avasikuimba mazvano but vari kutowanzwa through TikTok sekalazi so
I feel like if it's not for TikTok aumbozivi kuti ngwera ari kunetsa aumbonyanyozivi kuti ngwera ari kunetsa because I don't think he's present enough pa Instagram. Posti, he doesn't do like much and he's not present enough.
I think ndopanoda justice even ma platforms esakawanda ma platforms ese ma social media ningirigini handlers akawanda watasati vanhu vane following vakawanda vanoselecta ana mazim news anachi vane vanhu vanoselecta kuti kana dziri nyaya dzauri ngatidziposte kana dzangwere ngatimbodzisiya saka let's see now zoti ana DJ Ola va independent. I think we are going to see vanhu vakawanda vakaswanda the carpet now.
Do you think it's a because I saw kuti pa YouTube he's still posting on the same account. So which means he had some sort of freedom pangari ku Star FM achigona kuposta those interviews pa uyu pake after yaenda ku radio. Do you think it's a good move for him? Because kana uri pa although maybe my advertisers, do you think my advertisers are going to be willing enough kuti vaende kuna Ola vachisiya because there's a lot of politics inotamba muZimbabwe, so maybe anogona kusabotage once wakabva kuStar FM saka my advertisers are going to Star FM kune vagara vatoriko acha replace Ola iye maybe why is it something like that?
The first thing we are not taking anything away from DJ Ola, but what are some rumors? No one knows really exactly what happened between him and Star FM. Because you could just have to sign a partly deal of saying I'm under Star FM, but I can still do my own thing. Because he is that good. But the problem now, we don't even really know. Someone was commenting. It's not my way. Someone was commenting about financial embezzlement and stuff. So you don't really know what happened. Because considering the years that he was in Star FM, we all thought maybe he's going to be given a freedom of saying, okay, you can do this and do that. Yeah. So I was surprised. Zimbabwe is a very small country in terms of numbers. So if you want to see now, the problem that happens is that people who deals with him, like what you say, they also deal with Star FM. So now they're better off dealing with Star FM than dealing with an individual. Because if you see now, I was looking at his setup, you can't expect Econet CEO to be there and saying I'm giving you an interview. They prefer to go to Star FM. Even if there is their whatever system is old, they would rather stick with the board, Star FM board behind their back than going to a small. So,
but I feel like Iye Pachake, he doesn't have to necessarily keep his platform to just my celebrity interviews.
Yes.
I feel like he has to taguda kuona like the real Ola, like Iye Ola. How does he think? Like he should just make that podcast more of Iye discussing certain issues.
Yes.
But also it's a bit tricky because the moment you start discussing certain issues, you blow the line with certain artists. Yes. And artists no longer want to come to you because they're like, you said something about me on this episode.
Yes.
So I don't know if how he's going to play it, but we want to see more of him instead of just him interviewing.
I think you are right on that note, because if you Star FM and being independent, and now he's more of an entrepreneur, his focus was journalism. He has certain questions that he was asking to answer people's questions through his interviews. I don't think that approach will work now. You can't go and say you're asking, like, I heard you sleep with someone's wife now. I think now it's a different approach now.
Yeah.
You should. So we just wish him the best.
Yeah.
You just wish him the best. Yeah.
He's probably gonna do well. He's probably gonna do well. So song of the year, pressure.
I
feel like pressure.
Pressure.
So top 5 songs this year. Pressure number 1. Number 2.
If without saying who is inside the awards, what I'll put Chiremera because of what happened in Zimbabwe, the politics. I think they politicized the song as well. It was flowing with the wind, like
the wind, with what's going on at the current moment.
Yes.
So you think Chiremera was bigger than Mucharamba Chipisa?
It's debatable, but I'll put pressure, then I'll put Chiremera, then Mucharamba Chipisa maybe on number 4. I'm still thinking of my number 3 now.
So pressure number 1, Chiremera number 2,
and
then
3,
let's see number 3. Definitely not my Jew, in Texas, and then which other one?
Of course.
There's that one, and then there's which other records were I piece?
The top 5 it will be Holy 10. But now we can be justice and say, okay, we can just put one song for each artist so that everyone can.
Because I feel like Saint Flo had like massive, especially my feature. Because and then post another one. There's another one.
The one that's Dega and Goni.
And Dega and Goni.
I'll put that one.
Post later futi imwe futi. Pani when dakuona mai vako na baba vako. I feel like Superstar yakarira. I feel like Superstar should be number 3. I feel like Superstar.
Dega Goni yakanya kurira because yakaitika achenda kurihab and stuff
on those periods. I feel like Superstar was like really. That's why I feel like Superstar can go pa number 3. Ko Nutty or Maganonoka. It was a hit or miss.
With Nutty or this is good, is great, but you don't really tell now because of I don't think if it's PR department or what. If you know Nutty or if you follow Nutty or, you can easily see how good he is.
Yeah.
But it's more like most people there are certain people that they don't even know, like they don't follow him that much. But if you follow him closely, you can see that this guy is good. Makanonoka, it's for me personally, it's one of the best songs of the year. But if you tell someone in the road,
I feel like for me, he released it as a performance song. Like it would look cool as you perform, Maga, something like that. It's like a performance song. But as far as how people received it, it was fine because after that album, which is one of the greatest albums of all time, Bazim, I really killed that album. After that album, people were expecting his next single to be something greater, but then he went that route, and I don't think people were like, why didn't you bring a hit song, because I feel like it's a performance song. I feel like people understood where he was getting with that song. I feel like people did understand. What about Ibotso? Songs, the top 5 songs this year?
Should I put Ibotso in top 5?
Because I feel like Ibotso it's a great record. Actually, every record in a Holy 10 just ends up here. It's good. So I feel like Ibotso went to the top because of the controversy, but at the same time, because Holy 10 has that cloud, it was still gonna go to the top eventually.
I'm trying to think about SQ.
XQ is that song now. Holy 10. What's that record? Yeah, the record in a
Holy
10.
That one is a good song.
Yeah. That one.
Excuse
But,
the
and then I think there's another sweeter.
Yeah,
But I don't think I would put them top.
Checking with my
I think I would put them top 5. Top 5 records. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Pana XQ.
Mr. Putiti.
Yeah, I feel like Baba Harare and Jema. It's a safe song to put maybe pa number 5.
Yeah, Baba Harare and Jema.
So it was a
Mwana iye with SQ and Holy 10. It's Mwana iye that song.
Boy, iye mwana iye yo. Ndozando mudira uyo. Nakazvipira mwana iye.
I think album rakiro SQ is it Inoki? That album.
Yeah, it's
one of the
I feel like XQ is underrated because he always delivers. And XQ na Winky, I think pane vanhu vari kupisa izvezvi they are the longest running because XQ was there ku Urban Cruise achimbowana njeri msalala like he's been there I think
no problem yatinayo I can't say globally. I think in Africa or in Zimbabwe to say people we tunotasa nyaya dzefashion nenyaya dzezvikuitika panguva iyoyo legends of the game we hardly recognize them because SQ anga aripo all along. Saka we are looking for something new. Ndiani. Saka that one will blind us to see but aramba chitogona ka SQ.
I feel like he's too blinded because ukanotasa over the years akabuditsa Bachura which was a different year, akabuditsa that song with Killer T which was a different year, Nema akabuditsa the song with Freeman. It was a hit which was a different year. Ane Natoki vibes which was another different year, and then anana a lot of Wanatsugiri he has a lot of hits. He has a lot of hits I try. And he's meant every single year XQ is going to pull up at least 2 or more hits. Paye, and his music is at a top quality. I just don't know why asking consider it top 3 in that conversation. I feel like because XQ they angari munhu anotaurisa one people would notice
SQ na Freeman I think one suffer the same problem.
Yeah.
They
are too good in the background because Wally you definitely have to mention his name because anotaurisa. And then XQ on the other end it's the same thing also with Takura. Takura last year he had the best year of his life because he started with Harore which was a smash hit. He went to Wanda Chooser, smash hit again Goosebumps, another dope-ass record. But because he's just quiet in his background, the thing is that being quiet ngoda Winky because Winky has built a fan base, a really strong fan base. Yet Danso, and fan base yet Danso is very different because they sort of like stick two-pace now. My friends are jalavuga. My gonna torwa.
You can't say anything bad about the man.
About you see, say colors. I don't need my panty.
But no, karasana enzo.
Another one,
but mero kuti aringachifambisa sei but anozo izvo zvaita nganyarara. I think
no, but anti akabuditsa that song but I feel like Enzo tries to play it safe in a way because anounza ma chance ekuti vanhu are going to like sing along or chichichi, which I feel like that's playing it too safe.
It's too safe. That guy is
definitely
talented.
plays it safe.
He was supposed to be now competing with Holiday now, but they competed. They had a clash last time.
Yeah, they had a clash.
But I thought maybe
I feel like Holiday now overtaken like this year. And the hits that Holiday put out this year, they're not just ordinary hits. These are like our song of the year type of hits, because usually Holiday, if I'm to say Pressure number 1, which Aramba Pisa number 2, My Jew number 3, what's that one, Delilah number 4, and I'm like, do the top 4 songs I got released for this year. I don't think a lot of course, but you'd have a case. Okay, yeah, I got pieces of sure, you see. But with Enzo, I feel like after what's that one? Urukuchireiko. I don't feel like he's released. I feel like my songs, they've been like lukewarm. They haven't been like, you know, like
I think those
challenging sort of.
Zimbabwe tachitaura nyaya dzekukura kwaita zim industry, music industry. Then ini pane zvinhu zviri kuitika futi kuzim industry zviri negative zvekuti because nekuoma kwakaita nyika, most people havachaisa effort yese music anopusha music achipusha other things. You can actually tell kuti munhu ari talented but anombodisappear for certain period. Ukasangana mutaunda arotomhanyisana mamadhira asine nezvemusic ndara ndikunotora chakati kudeben. But you see, saka unlike countries where people they focus on the new hit vachiita trending vachicheka zvinhu zvikiitika paTikTok paInstagram, but kuzim is a different animal because you know people.
Do you feel like it's a economic thing? Like economy yedu is so bad to the extent that our musicians cannot really make money? Because if you look at kind of at Joza, of course they have a bigger population, but their economy is running. Because if you look at Johannesburg and then you try and compare Nimama countries are near the same population, kind of economy is running. If your banking system is not as fluid, then your artists do not have the same invest. Like Casper Nyovest can go right now and say, this is how much I'm making, this is what can I have a loan and buy this 4 million house and then start paying it over time. Someone like Freeman, even though maybe he might be making the same amount of money as Casper, he might not have that opportunity. You're going to bank or not, can I get a house? Why is there? He has to save up cash. Then he goes and buys his dream house, of which it's kind of hard to end up tenga imba borodio by saving cash or a musician. There's always a lot of things that go on. Those music videos are like expensive, and
it's one of those challenges. And the other challenge is if you want to see Zimbabwe ari artist, they've treated themselves as a label. What is a Holiday is a label. What is a Japanese is a label. That means it's a corporate brand itself. It's only my departments are because you can't be singing, then you want to do investments. You want to look for funding.
You've got to have a team.
You have a team that is stable on the ground. So Anna Japanese that they are doing well, and you Anna Holiday they are doing well. People who Killer T is doing well.
I think Killer T is doing well.
Most of the guys,
I don't know about. I think Freeman should be doing well.
Be doing well.
Definitely should be doing well.
Most of the guys are not for my shows and stuff. You can actually see they are struggling up on here. Plus, we should have. When you find out the Casper University as a degree in what. You have to also invest in a certain program. You see, I think the problem I know Tangira in us. Before. But if you see
because I was shocked, even people that are not even top musicians like Munagata Gringo.
Yes.
I'm not expecting Munagata Gringo, Abude Achinzi, Anamari, my hospital abuser, and I'm like, you know, this Parafini, Gringo, all of these guys should be super rich. Oliver Mtukudzi, with how much he did with the music industry.
Yes.
He was rich, but he should have been Lamborghini type rich.
Type of rich.
He should have been Ferrari. Ferrari can go Buddha and got the first one you get what I'm saying? Yeah, because I feel like a lot of top artists kunema countries, if you go to South Africa, if you go to Nigeria, Davido is now worth millions. Davido compared to Oliver Mtukudzi did way much in his career. That Anfana Toripa a top, and he used to tour around the world, you know, so it's like
it was already building
Do you feel like politics also plays a role?
Yeah.
Like, you know, the Winky D situation where politics, you know, because I'm sure because of those politics in certain venues are not gonna pull my fans now. Winky, they are not hiring him because it's a government venue.
It does. It does. I think it's not a decision one. If you are doing something, either you are you are an artist or you are a footballer. Once you are doing something good, everything else starts following you. You can't
following it, yeah.
So you can't run away. That's why the brand. Your team should be able to know how to manage it. I think one of the topics we should talk about one of those days is that influence of from either politics or the big celebs to music. For example, recent issue Passion Java na Tinashe Mtaris. You can see good now para division and artist I no follow up Passion Java. I am artist Pani impact in.
So now you can't really play like both sides. You have to choose.
You have to choose
where do you want to.
You have to choose. Collab na same flow. But also in Passion Java right now we collab na same flow.
Yeah.
You see.
So gonna enzo ari passion and then you same flow ari Tinashe now ichabudu that collab and it becomes that.
My leaders are fana kugara basi that's Mtaris na Passion
but I feel like Passion is a little bit petty. I feel like Tinashe would be willing to do that dialogue, but I don't think Passion is.
Passion.
I think he's gonna throw shade at some point.
He strive on commotion.
I think he's gonna throw shade.
He strive on commotion into the auto. Because agenda again is more to music. But you can actually sense the danger. But I see music. I see music. It's far to it. So, but we have done so much as a country in the past 2 years. It's I think my chikura is on what abroad vaitozovachinzwa kuti music vaizodzoka kuZimbabwe kubvunza kuti ndipi music ikurira and then watanga kuti waplayera malist. But right now you don't need
right now that. You
So we've done so much as
but I feel like Wally 10 has really done a lot as well for the music industry, even pushing music kuma diasporans and all of that. I feel like there's also a huge interest, especially when it comes to hip hop as well, because there's dancehall only, and then because of that jab pressor. Now there's a lot of I feel like because Wally 10 our foot pisa, now you have a lot of other musicians but hip hop as say flourish as well. Like that's why you get my songs like Rasana Superstar and Chichi, because music as a whole is just on top. Everyone is now willing, because of Wally 10, to just listen to anything else, which is not just dancehall or not sungura.
On that note, question in Anasiga, what's going on with our gospel music industry? We used to have Matthias Mary trending songs, even if you are not a gospel.
I feel like
what's going
first
on?
3 albums the Matthias Mary they blew off because I think even the songs, the hit songs Angaripo, I think he had what's that, Favor, huge, and then he had Areka in the same album. The next album he had Kujika Tafura. He had like big songs. I feel like after that it became less of him, because eventually if the music is the same, because with Matthias Mary the music does not change. It becomes less of, because if you're going to hear Matthias Mary 9 albums in and he's still having the same sound, obviously it's going to feel like repetition at some point.
Because even my upcoming artists in the gospel industry to mashaya ukatarisa kuti achapopa out zvaaita kudhara. Are we saying kuti isusu vanhu vachada kuimba zvamwari kunyanya kana kuti asubhadhara? Because recently you've seen is it Mahendere, the other brother Mahendere, is coming to gospel and Zim dance type of gospel song of ngochana yadiwa with Zim dance beat. It's like people are now trying to avoid the gospel genre and saying.
But I do feel like this year or even last year and this year as well. Dorcas, I feel like she really did. I think Dorcas, the Dianimba Sungura as well. But I feel like she's probably not for everyone, and she's not much, because when it comes to gospel, some people like slow gospel. You get into your feels. Like when I'm listening to gospel, I probably listen more to wana oceans, you know,
Yes,
that
and
U
song,
song type of.
and
Even when
Jesus
I was in South Africa, I used to go to U song church because of the music.
Yes.
Before you even get to the word, the music, it just calms your spirit and stuff. So I feel like when Wana Dokas come and start doing Sungura, there's a huge market for that. At the same time, there's another huge market. Yes. Matthias Mere, Paga Uyane Uyake, it was almost like it's up tempo, but it is slow a bit. Yaga surface level. But I don't feel like there's been like even Texture came with maybe 1 hit, 1 2 second hit, third hit.
I think yeah, gospel song, you know, each from the church setup as well. Because what ana Matthias Mary pavainzwa anopisa pacho. Machichi zangari more famous. Once magaya perform at this miracle, makandwa perform at this miracle. Kunyarra kwakata machechi. No kunyarra kwakata tu machechi.
But I also feel like my gospel artists, their main focus, I see kwenda kuma shows, like church, and their main focus is church related. Like what you are saying, you my church do I no push out gospel music. If you look at Kuda, if you go Kuda, wana Ivy Combo, wana Kero Chiangwa, Ivy Combo was Zayoja. The music push near that whole Zayoja feel, and I feel like even wana Charles Charamba, I think a AFM, I think that helped a lot as well. It's like we know AFM yes, it's almost like you're not a musician. When we surrounding Marco, and then everyone else is going to pick up. Because once the few people that are in your surrounding like you have like 3,000 views, 3,000 people listening, and then it starts growing from there. So I feel like even churches, they are not pushing, as much. I feel like it's now money oriented.
At the beginning of December, tukuna Silent Killer feature na Fungisa.
Song na Fungisa ano feature munhu wese pane munhu asina song naye because he song na Killer T akanetsa ane song na Oliver Mtukudzi, I think ane like ari kwese
anichekeswa mulundu kwa manje manje
he's also to know about gospel
lakachekwa mulundu kwa
but Silent Killer, it's his time, and let's hope he's also saving on the DJ Ola episode yakaita Ola kamfunza sikanzi you Silent Killer, what do you say about people nemari about the money they are getting kuti vari kudya or vari kusave achichichi, what advice do you have for them? Then Silent Killer inandudze munhu zvekuita nemari yake aiwana ega saka I hope iye arita zvine musoro ne background
that point yakataura kuti anzadudzire munhu zvekuita nemari yake. It was a good point, other perspective, but for me now, because we look up to these guys, you see, so that means kana ndine mfano wangu inini ka ukamuzwa kuti mari yako usadye mari zvisiri anokuudza same statement kuti zvakanzi usaudzire munhu zvekuita nemari yake. So as a role model, I think it's also good these artists should take note of the statements that they are making online. Because you are now a role model. People are following Silent Killer, so for you to be in the game for a very long time, you should also try to mold these upcoming youngsters. Now you can see, you can tell someone, back in Zimbabwe, I think 2015, mfisa wakati naye akapa street kid $1 rakumbira $1 fana hapa kutenga glue aratoputa glue so kana utenge glue nechi ngandudzire zvekuita nemari yangu fana anga uklema kuti wanipa mari ndisaka yangu
saka ndoita zvisiri zvako
ende statement roroka rimu songa social love kuti watipa chinhu chachangu saka
saka eventually
it's crazy eventually but yeah, he's doing well. Arutsukiro ne Birmingham
kana akuchira nemababy haasi amapedza ese ku UK aitora ma South Africans ba Zimbabweans ese
atari zvakawanda ndikasikira nawo kuti zvakaita Silent Killer
Aba ari padhuze nesu kaba Bemas apa coming to you live from the UK
we have my inbox
next to Silent Killer taichila naye mkomana
atati naye mkomana tiri pa angels apa
I think this was a test run Saka let's hope my camera yambodzima. This one I hope it's still recording and I hope the sound as well, and then I'm gonna take the footage and then see how far it goes with the editing. But it's like a test run and whatever. So now what do you think? We can create a whole new YouTube, a whole new email, YouTube, everything. What can we call the thing?
I think we have to go back to the drawing board and find a proper name for you guys. But we are, as you said, a new page, a new email. It's a new thing, so that means everyone should be. We are all on board, so we have to start together so that you don't feel
the UK boys.
Yeah, the UK boys.
Or transforming king.
The COS boys. Not the COS, but the COS boys. So, you can help us as well, you guys. It's a new thing. We are trying to be in sync with the society as well. So. Yeah.
And if you are from Worcester University and you see this, hala. To talk chagai.
Yeah, it's perfect. Next time we are going to have Coke. If you're a man of God, we're going to have Coke for you. More coffee. More alcohol as well.
Or we can have water. Ronaldo anosvika achibvisa isambura
ndanombodabvisa makitkat handijike ngomana cho anenge kunesa ndamboti
ndeipi lasika kitkat 1 kaangonzipa ya decoration yekupi there's this other one wana King Kandoro, they did like a crushes like from back in the day. Yeah, back in the day. Do you have any like crush from like back in the day which could have but from Zim? From local.
From Zim.
I think one of the guys mentioned Grace Mugabe. Like Bacha Tanga kuenda na president like achatanga actually wife achinzi apa arorwa but that Grace angari secretary. I wouldn't know because I've never seen never seen that Grace Mugabe.
But ninya the spotlight in Amara Brown. I think Amara Brown Amara Brown kwakusera. Yeah. Before nyazana levels Shashi.
Shashi. But Shashi for me was always a little bit skinny. Although she's I don't know if she's over edited because she's yellow bone. Got a yellow bone.
Skinny yellow. So then I think Jema I don't want it.
And Jema has always been single. I've never heard Jema Dananani. But she did go on a tour of Africa. Na photographer. So I'm like,
something is cool.
She is a photographer.
I think Zema female artist. No feature my own songs and they go under the radar.
I feel like no female artist in Zimbabwe is consistent.
Yes.
I feel like Tammy Moyo could take it to the next level. But release music. Like she's I feel like the last album was really dope. It was fire. But then after that there's nothing more you can get from Tammy. I feel like there should be. I feel like Holy 10 is consistent. Saint Flow is consistent. Votes is trying to be consistent because I'm a single. I would release I'm going to one album. So I would love more albums from Votes. Japreza is definitely consistent every year. Any album. Winky did definitely consistent. Ato Buka HICC Wakfara. Yes. Freeman also consistent every year as an album. I feel like Tammy Moyo should. Baba Harare now is becoming top artist because of that. Every year, kana ukatobhukisa Japreza, December isi yake anoda kuna June ndo waonozwa kuti Japreza akureleasa. Winky anoda pa New Year ndipo anozwa kuti Winky and I think Winky paakatanga kunachotanga kureleasa was mnana December izvezvo akuda iri New Year. But ndo period yake so these guys are going to be coming ne album.
Yes.
Which I don't even know if Amara Brown is an album. I've never heard an Amara Brown album. You see, I don't. Yeah, but pana Kiki. No, but yeah, I'm not sure because audio record, but I'm not sure uko chiro record because yakaflipwa. But yeah, meno kana nyaya yangu ya Kiki yo isiri kurecorda chi toitaura pa next one, but I don't feel like Kiki music yarkuita is the right music.
I think akwanisa kuimba music.
No, anayo music ya
music anoimba inokoresha ni inoita nezvaakatakura.
Yeah, but
kuimba mamwe song
1-1 was a smash hit. Reggae, sort of like irika different, iri chilled, iri lively, and you know. Yeah, but I feel like Inini, when Kiki is performing, people don't even hear anything she's saying. You know, okay, I'm not.
I'm also cute as child, you know.
So I feel like she should change her music.
Yes.
I feel like if you give Kiki Holy 10 or join Samanyanga sound, Holy 10 rights for Kiki. Not saying go to Kiki agone kunyora. Kiki anogona kunyora, but it's like ma rapid, which is not what a hit song in Zimbabwe needs right now. If Holy 10 was to write for Kiki, omnyora something simple, something for Zimbabwe, something down to earth, and I feel like Holy 10 could write something for Kiki. Chinoendana futhi nema ladies. Unogona kuti iwe ndikika kanyorera apa kana kuti but ndikika kanyora. Waunozonzwa ndi Holy 10 but what?
I think parataura nyaya dzemusic yemuzimbabwe, parataura nyaya dzekuti vamwe varota some they are doing well as my brand. I think it's one of those things to take note of. Kuti in America you find out kuti kuna vanhu vanongonyora chete,
writers, and they appreciate just writers.
Muzimbabwe munhu anododa zvese. Kudhara PTK wana PTK aimba onyora futi obva anyora obva aigadzira master futi mabeat, but akatozona panapa kungomastira vanhu vacho vanoimba ka is much better because you end up cooking zvinhu zvisingashande. Kiki Bendis anokwanisa kutoita one of my bigger female artists, bigger. Akatsvaka munhu zvautaura kuti anokwanisa kumudraftira nezviri kuitika,
because as a writer unotarisa zvinhu zviri kushanda for Kiki, and then you are like, no, but I think ndikamnyorera song iri related to that, or select a certain beat, she would kill this and people would love it, because here Kiki in her mind she wants a certain music, which might not be what everyone wants. Saka pane vanhu vari good eye, good eye. No, I feel like this would work. Not Justin Bieber vanonyorwa music. Justin Bieber wouldn't have that longevity. Virachiri kampana ane 13 years. So svika izvezvo mudhara. You wouldn't have that longevity kada asina writers.
Yes.
You know, so you need people to balance it off, and I feel like Kiki, I don't know. It's not working. Yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, if you liked this one, smash a like, smash a like, and subscribe to this channel. Probably if we post this in Zita, so you would know the name and you would know the faces. There will be more faces as well. Well, this interface only has 2 mics, so if we had to bring any more people, then we would be looking at sharing, like Manogara, 2 people per 1 mic.
I think this one in extension.
Yeah, go put it and each footage and then probably background. We can put more things. Landlord. How far can we go? How far can we go? There's a picture up here. Landlord.
Kana kusa president wenyu kune president kana president wenyu na president amene president upi asima
president selected muda president upi
wenyu ere kana president asitoza president mashuru
o president wekunoko. All right, yeah, so guys, we'll catch you on the next one. If this is good, then it's probably episode 1. If it's not good, it's episode 0. Yeah, on to the next one.